Hello, my name is Morgan Hopkins. When going into high school or college, it's easy to be overwhelmed by the amount of choices you have. There are tons of new opportunities and classes that you are able to take when going into higher education. I wanted to make a video interviewing some people at my school to help decide if it's important or beneficial to take a language in high school or college, and will it help you in the future.
My name is Carrie Loneman.
My name is Eric Richards.
Eve Hebner.
I teach Spanish.
I teach German.
I am learning French.
I originally started learning German because my family is German. The heritage of the family is German.
First I had to, and then I traveled abroad and wanted to.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to go to France. I think I'm prepared because of the education I've received at this school to go out and experience more in France.
It just became like a fun game. It's like cracking a code.
Obviously, architecture is different. There's a little bit more history. I guess when I say history, it's just older. You're going to have everything from your medieval castles to Renaissance to everything to modern.
By the end of the 2 months, my progress with the language was so much more profound, and I was just so much better able to say things than the two that had just taken 2 years in high school. And so I feel like, and this is just kind of my philosophy with teaching, is what we do in the classroom is a foundation that you can jump from when you go into the culture.
If you know the language, you can actually integrate yourself. You can actually take down the barrier. You can actually get to know people a little bit. It's not that they're not friendly, but you get to know them a little bit more at a deeper level. Knowing German, you can find yourself participating in probably different things that, if you didn't know the language, would either be difficult or you'd shy away from.
You never know when you'll be in a situation where they'll be like, do we have someone who speaks this language? And then you'll just be like, I can speak that.
When you first really have your first real dream in a foreign language, and you wake up and you're like, wow, that was like so real.
Recently we had Mardi Gras come up, and we always call it English Fat Tuesday, but actually the French translation is Mardi is Tuesday and Gras is lard, and so it's actually Lard Tuesday, but that's because back in the old days they would take like the lard instead, since a lard is also fat, so it's like lard time.
In general, I think it makes your brain think differently. It really does, and it's something that if you don't know a second language, you don't get.
It's really important. It's going to help your cognitive abilities. Research shows that you get better test scores, you can pay attention longer, you're more creative. Outside of school, it's going to help your earning potential outside of school and open up more future careers for you.
Learning French specifically has helped me a lot with music, and anytime I want to cook in like some of the foods classes, I'll be like, that's a French word, and I'll know it.
When you learn a second language, you understand your own better. And it's just funny how many times we talk about things in Spanish and you're like, they've never even thought about it in English. They don't know, like, why do we say the or a, or, you know, just random things like that, that when you're confronted with it in a different way, you actually realize, oh, we do conjugate verbs. Yeah, you do it all the time. You just don't have to think about it.
The opportunity is there. It's just, do you want to?
I actually do plan on taking French, or maybe even a new language, just because languages are fun. I really like taking a language.
I really hope, especially at the end of Spanish 4, one thing I really emphasize with them is to get out of the United States. Get out of this country, even if it's for a couple weeks. You know, even if it's, you know, in college they have so many opportunities. Even if it's a 2-week trip to England and Scotland, it's just amazing how when you go there and then you come back, you have such a different perspective of your own culture.
I hope they enjoy the class. I hope at the end of the day, they say, you know, that wasn't bad. Obviously, I want them to learn the language, I want them to enjoy it, but I hope through the class that they're inspired to actually go abroad, keep learning languages, preferably German, but if not, just keep going on, go abroad, study abroad, and try to find a context how it's going to make their life better afterwards.
Throughout this project, I've learned that taking a language in high school or college builds a bridge for more opportunities that you might not have otherwise. But the only person that can decide if it's beneficial or worthwhile to take a language is you. All I know is that
Español es importante.
Deutsch ist wichtig.
Le français est important.
language is important.